Mohammedan SC is almost there. They're like almost there, about to finalize their seat in the ISL. But there's still someone in play, that's Sreenidi. So I'd like to ask like everyone, what do you feel like about Sreenidi's chances, those bleak chances of actually upsetting like Mohammedan and getting that top spot and getting into ISL now? Because they have like a lot of games remaining.
I'll start first here. I mean, for me, Mohammedan are over the years. What I've seen of Mohammedan are bottlers.
Yeah, who's gonna go
To
ahead?
be very honest, I'm sorry, Mohammedan fans, don't come at my place and don't do anything. But having said that, if there is one team that can bottle it from here, is Mohammedan SC. They have two games in hand. They need at most 3 points to go through. And Sreenidi has 4 games with them. If they win
Three
all
now.
4 of them, okay, three. If they win all 3 of
Yeah.
them, they can become the champions. So
Yeah.
let's see what happens with Mohammedan. But I do know for the fact Sreenidi is the best run club in India. And I'm saying this because I've talked to multiple people. They have their stadium of their own. You can make comment कि ओ भाई छोटा stadium है ये है वो है फलाना है ढिमकाना है. You can make any sort of complaints. But they are one of the most professional clubs in India. They pay salaries on time. They have a very good staff who is not just involved in first team. They are involved in under 7, under 9, under 11, 13, 15, 19. They have teams from all age groups, right? And the person, the CFO, he started when he was 25. When he was my age. He's now 31, and he has dragged that club from scratch, literal scratch. He came from Portugal, and he built the academy on his own. I mean, the finances were coming from other people, but at 25 to build a football club in India and especially in Hyderabad, which is not a typical football city, and to have a youth team at every level speaks volume. They have a very good media operations. They have a very good. I mean, if you look their training pits and everything. I mean, they are not just there for 2 years, 3 years. But I've interviewed the CFO earlier in the season, and he was very. I mean, he was very honest that yes, yeah. I mean, our dream is to create a very good football club, and not like any other ISL teams where they claim to be an ideal football club. They've shown it the world. They've started from grassroots, unlike uh, most clubs in India currently who only work in the first team. This club started with grassroots and then went on to represent in the I League with quota, the corporate quotas. With the not the quota, but the corporate entry. So I hope Sreenidi does well because they also deserve to be part of the ISL because they've invested heavily and the players they are developing are maybe they'll be superstars of coming years. They already have players in under 16 sides and under 17 sides from their club, unlike most clubs in India where they either come from Minerva or AIFF Academy. These this club has players representing India in youth levels, and they want their players to represent national team. They don't. I mean, when I spoke with their CFO, he said we are not worried about ISL. Maybe if not this year, we'll try next year. Our aim is not ISL. Our aim is to develop football in India. And he was the first. I've never met a man who said, "My dream is not ISL. My dream is to develop the game." And he has already done it. He's not just saying it. He has done it. So I hope Sreenidi becomes the team and qualifies. And if ISL is lenient enough, they can have two teams next season. Let's see what happens.
So one thing I'd like to add is Mohammedan has two games remaining right now. One against Shillong and the last one against Delhi FC. And I have official word from Delhi FC right now that if Sreenidi Deccan is able to get on that winning streak and it comes down to that last game on 13th of April, Delhi FC is actually gonna go all out in that last game. Like if it comes down to it. So yeah, and I feel that Delhi FC has the quality to beat any team if they like go all out. So I have a word from the owner. They will go all out on 13th if it comes down to it. So Sreenidhi, you have support from the Delhi FC. So make sure to go on a winning streak and let's make the I League more exciting and let's go down the wire for that.
Well, what I feel is, I saw what the games that Sreenidi have left. They have Neroka, they have Interkashi, and they have Lajong left. I feel, Neroka, they should win easily. The problematic fixture for them that could be the bone in the throat is Interkashi. And then you never know, Lajong could just. But I don't see Lajong after, like, Lajong started the season good, but then midway I knew, like, because the owners were not directly prepared for I League this season. They wanted I League next season, but since they qualified last year, they were like, why no, why give up on the chance? So yeah, Srinidhi has a chance, but then again, as Ritwik said, if there's one side that can bottle this from here, it is Mohammedan Sporting, and being an East Bengal fan, I really wouldn't want to see them touch a trophy that we after the name change weren't able to touch. So yeah, even I would want Sreenidi Deccan to qualify, and that would again put Hyderabad back on the ISL map properly, because we are seeing what's going on with Hyderabad FC, and as the rumor mills in Twitter or currently X has it, if Sreenidi Deccan qualify, then FSDL could just try and broker out something for them and Hyderabad together. But I don't see that happening. These are just tweet talks. But all in all, well, as it stands right now, it's Mohammedans to lose. Let's be honest. It's Mohammedans to lose, and if they qualify, then again, it's going to be back to those era of Kolkata where the big three are playing in the top level league, and you have six derbies in a season, back to those days. So yeah, for Kolkata it would be good for Kolkata football, and given the scope that you have three teams playing from that, it is going to be good. But personally, or for me on a personal level, I would want Sreenidi to win this, because we've seen them in the Super Cup also. We've seen how they've been constantly progressing. Their side that has been on the rise. Not like holistically. We talk about holistic development. I think they're the best run team that came into this tournament, via the corporate entry and stuff. We'd had so many corporate entries come in, and they just folded and just vanished into thin air. I still remember when they first came in, people were like, "Oh, this is just again another one of those stories." But they proved everyone wrong. So yeah, I really would want them to win it.
All right, man, Sid,
Right.
you wanna add something before we end? Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
No, you go ahead. I'm asking you.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, see, my
Yeah.
my answer would be on the same line as Rutvij or Srichand, for example, because all I want is a good structured club playing on the top level of our country. If you take the example of Sreenidi, the number of youth teams they are having it. I mean, it's it. I mean, something which is not seen in Indian football, right? We have seen Minerva doing it, right, and we have seen Srinidhi doing it. So I would obviously want them to get out of that zone and put Hyderabad back on the map. And talking about Mohammedan, well, obviously it would be a boost for Kolkata if all the three big giants of our city plays into the top division of Indian football. But then yet again, I mean that's good for Kolkata, that's good for us, but if you look into the wider picture, I would want Hyderabad to have that place with the help of Sreenidi. So it would be really helpful for the spread of game as well. You know, we have seen it with the BFC. Earlier, there was no culture of football in Bangalore, but it has changed drastically. And so, given Hyderabad has a good population and everything, right? Facilities, infra. So it would be good for the game. That's all I can say.